What's going on, guys? If you are a content creator or a streamer and you have some issues when it comes to making highlight videos because of the time that it takes to go through all of your footage at the end of your stream and trim out or clip out the individual parts that you found funny or epic and that you want to include in your highlight video, this video is for you. If you are somebody who uses a third-party software to trim your gameplay, but you really wish that it had your overlay in it as well from your stream to make it more impactful to your audience, this video is for you. And if you're someone who does neither but wants to start and doesn't really quite know where to begin with it, this video is for you as well. My name's Fate the Tatted Hate, and today we're going to be going over a replay buffer. This is something that's built into Streamlabs and built into OBS. You could use it on either of them, and it makes it very easy to capture your gameplay by setting it up and setting a hotkey, whether it be on your keyboard or on your Stream Deck, both of which I'm going to cover. And it makes it really easy to take that gameplay so that it's already trimmed for you when you're all done, throw it right into Adobe Premiere or whichever program you use, and you're ready to go. So let's get right on into that, and I'm going to show you guys how that works right here. So, as we are getting into OBS here, or I'm going to show it on Streamlabs, it's pretty much the same thing in OBS. You're going to go into settings and enable it. You're going to go into the bottom left corner under your settings here, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to output. Now, whatever your current recording settings are from your video is what your replay buffer is going to look like. So, we're going to go into replay buffer right here. Click to enable the replay buffer, and then we're going to choose the time that we want the replay to be in seconds. Now keep in mind that this is going to require more processing power on your computer's part in order to do it, since it's kind of essentially capturing the video twice. So keep in mind that the longer the replay buffer, the more resources are going to be allocated to do it. So if your computer already is running pretty strong using Streamlabs or OBS, just keep in mind that you might have to do some fine tuning on this in order to make sure that you're not overloading it. But that's really about it, setting up the replay buffer. You enable it, set the time. I typically do 30 seconds because rarely in Apex or anything like that is something longer than 30 seconds that I want to clip. And even if it is, when I do the clip, it gives me a timestamp so I can go back into my footage and pull something if it happens to be longer than that. So on top of that though, once we enable that, we're going to want to go into general here and have it checked so that the replay buffer automatically starts when we start streaming. This way, as soon as we hit go live and we start streaming, we don't ever forget to start the replay buffer. It's just always going to be there for you. You can also keep that active when the stream stops, if you have your recording active when the stream stops, etc. So now that that's active, we have the replay buffer set up and we have it set so that it automatically starts. All right, and another thing you're going to have to keep in mind is that when you actually start going live, your replay buffer will start now. However, if you just hit recording though, it won't automatically start. So you're also going to need to manually start that replay buffer. So once you do that though, and your replay buffer is active, all you have to do is go in. What we're going to want to do is go down to hotkeys here. And right here under save replay, you want to choose whatever hotkey you want to use. So in this case, I have it set to F7 because that's a button that I'm never really using. It's never really associated with anything in a game or anything like that. So I have that set to F7. You can choose whatever you want. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go into our Stream Deck here. Now, if you guys don't have a Stream Deck, you could just leave it at that, whatever button you want. Just make sure you remember that hotkey. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to go into the system here and set up a hotkey that is going to be associated with F7. And I'm going to title that replay buffer. So now, whenever anything cool happens, all I have to do is press that button on my Stream Deck, and it automatically is going to record the last 30 seconds of gameplay. Now, another thing that we could do to take that a step further while you're live is set up an instant replay. So now that we have that stream buffer set up, what we can do is we can go to our sources here, scroll this up a little bit, and now there's going to be a new option at the bottom of this right column under widgets called an instant replay. So when we add that, go to add that source, just leave it named instant replay, however you want to do that. It's going to add a box onto your sources here now that you can have set, you can drag it and put it wherever you want based on the game that you're playing. And when you start that instant replay, it's going to put up in the top corner, as where I have it, it's going to replay your recording of everything that you just did. So I can have that resized here. So this is literally just showing everything that I just did. So if you just had a really epic moment in Apex or Call of Duty or Valorant or something like that, you press that, and up in the corner, wherever you have that, it's going to start playing that back so that your audience can see it again in case they missed it or something like that. It's kind of like your own little sports instant replay. It's a fun little thing that you can add onto there that really just goes a long way. So that, guys, is how you set up an instant replay. And all you're going to need to do then is just go right into wherever your clips or wherever your recordings from Streamlabs are already saved. And now whenever you use that stream buffer or the replay buffer, it's going to have replays in there. Each one, if you're doing, it's usually about a megabyte per second. So mine are usually about 30 megabytes long, 35 megabytes long. They're not that big. And I literally just take all of those at the end of the day, drag them into Premiere, and get ready to do my highlight video that I bring out every single Thursday. So that's all you guys got to do. It's really easy to set up, really easy to use. I recommend when you're doing the instant replay, though, that you mute that source. This way people can watch what happened, but they're not hearing it again. This way it's not conflicting with what you have going on in the game. So, but that's it. That there is how you set up a replay buffer, assign it to a hotkey on your Stream Deck, and create it as an instant replay source in Streamlabs. And it's the same thing in OBS. You're going to go into recordings, go into output, enable that replay buffer, go into your hotkeys, set it up, and then that's about it. So I hope you guys took something from this. I hope this helps you guys when you're doing any sort of highlight videos or montages or anything like that. I hope it makes a difference, and happy streaming, guys. If you like this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Like the post, like the video, subscribe to the page, you know the drill. And check me out live weekdays at 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Also at noon Monday through Friday, we're starting to do, and we've been doing for a little while, the quarantine lunchtime streams. And then weekends at noon and Saturday nights for Jackbox starting at 8 or 9 p.m. So hope you guys have a good one, and have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your work week, and have a good one, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Adios.